Lewe.
Is die sound na?
Ons lewe.
Is die sound na?
We will only be able to see the sound.
Nee, ons het die sound expert vanmôre.
Oh, okay. Ingevlieg. Ingevlieg.
Dis kras ek gaan gou aan die kant toe kom dan terug.
Okay, Jopa, dankie man.
Jy lightweight jy.
Ah,
Jy fokker lightweight, jy lightweight.
dis beter weet.
Ja, ja.
Bantam mooi. Minimum mooi.
I don't think the stuff is...
Shines asseblief. Moenie fucking goed kom breek hierson.
But he's not on
Ek
here.
vra vir jou baie man.
Yeah, but we should be able to hear the music playing.
Hierdie goed is nie die shot.
Wachiparachana kweli undavarerwa mungunda uya kuiwanotherera novateta ukepwihayasho laketola kali chibwibwili so topindo taman ongitatotul amoshkopindo shaman gotisera tainika Wakasperitagapi Watarera marume Tata budi totul Tata budi totul Itatulu
Just about 19 minutes past 8 on this Wednesday morning. Tate Booty, King TD, and Mr. Gazlam with Itotulu. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Mix.
Karandu.
Karandu Kasinoshim.
Karandu.
Karandu.
Oh, Karandu. Mutu Karandu.
Moro was it?
You have any idea who produced that song?
Mr. Gulo. Glow.
Glow. Oambo, po.
Glow is... Yo, Glow, I don't know what Glow is, but he's been... But Glow basically he's been producing for Omalaiti for a long time.
Because
so that's PDK, Tate Booty, and these guys, yeah.
That song has a very strong
What is that?
Heromol Overishe flavor to me.
Maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah, mutu.
But we're always loving local music here. You guys know that, right? And I see a bunch of you already joining the live stream. Good morning. It's always a pleasure to have you guys with us in the morning.
Kyk ne, Cubase. You must understand, you know, at my age, there are certain things that you want to do, but you will only know if it works if you do it. Okay?
Jimut experience.
Yeah, you
for
will
yourself.
Yeah, you will not know if it works if you attempt to do it.
Now, what is this that you're where are you leading?
I'm trying to get to the stream here. Okay, so we've been sitting here this morning. we've been sitting here this morning, and obviously, I think this week 1 or 2 days has just been hectic in terms of the streaming.
Monday was something else.
Monday was sleg geweest, and I know it somehow it just affects how people
of course
participate, etc., etc. So we've done everything possible this morning to make sure that the stream is on point. Okay?
And I see I'm not seeing any sound comments here.
They worry sound
so
comments.
So I'm happy.
Jay's happy, ne? Okay. If you are happy, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Moro Namibia.
Good morning, Namibia. Day 33 of Namibia's lockdown. What is your story? Tell me, bro. We're going to the very end.
Movara.
Day 100, me bro. That's waar ons gaan eindig.
Gwata. Dat betekent dat je telt je.
Gwata.
Gwata.
Ja. Tidage gwati. All right, no new cases reported as of yet. No new cases, no new recoveries. I mean, we did report. It's basically the same as we reported on yesterday.
Yeah.
It seems like good news for Namibia. Over 3 weeks now since we recorded any new infections.
Yeah.
Of course, there have been some suspicions. People have gotten tested, but no positive or no positive cases reported as of yet. So I think it's good news, especially keeping in consideration that our lockdown is supposed to end this weekend.
Yeah.
By next week. Things are supposed to return to normal, whatever normal is.
Kuma. So, are you saying that within this week, somewhere Agaba will talk to us again
and say,
fellow Namibians, under current conditions, me and my government have decided to extend the lockdown. Who are you? What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask? Yeah.
And then when you ask the question, it's like, Minister of Finance, that one's for you. Hey, don't make fun of my president, man. Let's hope.
He's got a sense of humor. So.
Yeah, I know. Let's hope the lockdown doesn't get extended because small businesses are crying.
Can I just make something clear here? Okay, can we just clear something here between us?
Transparent.
Die bier is klaar in Windhoek.
What was that? What did you touch there?
Ik heb niks aangeraakt.
Je hebt iets gekapt.
Ik heb niks aangeraakt.
Raak je mic aan en krijg je shui sound.
Ik hoor ook shui. Los my mic.
Je hebt die kabel aangeraakt, man.
Ik heb niks aangeraakt.
Oh, you bumped against the table.
Maar is
kijk hoe strijd die groot man, terwijl ons kan horen wat jullie toch gezien wat hij gaat doen het niet. You guys saw nee, you the viewers.
Gemaakt nee.
Okay, it's fine. You will have to answer to them yourself. Inoari.
Ik heb niks gemaakt.
Tate Butinoari.
So,
yeah, you were saying?
Waarom is nog gepraat?
Before you bumped the mic.
I'm Korwachi. You just, at my age, you take things away. I need to concentrate.
Once the thought is gone,
wacht.
Yeah.
What we said, the beer is klaar. There's no more beer. There's no more die tafel in kasse. Nee, ik praat niet van de Rattler nie.
Oh, je praat van black market bier?
Ik praat van black market bier.
Ja.
Die bier wat jullie zo getrina het, nee? It's gone. It's not. There's nothing left. So if this lockdown continue, nee, brace yourself with Rattler and Windhoek Light.
Overmeer and Windhoek Light.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the lockdown and the beer. One way or the other, right? Whether we extend the lockdown or we do not, and we sort of try and start getting back to normal, all of us are going to have to give up a couple of things. Because obviously things are not going to be the same. Things are going to change.
Yeah.
Whether it's slightly or drastically, but there is going to be some change. Personally, I think you people must give up your alcohol. You people who are buying beers for $80.
Yeah. And that's the question. Okay, we got a few pointers that we want to get into this morning. And please, we want you guys out there to participate in this discussion. What is important here? What is your story?
I don't plan me, man.
Nee.
Iets is zo aangeraakt.
Ik heb niks aangeraakt, maar ik hoor...
You say now it's gone, eh?
Ja, nee, nou sê weg.
Sal jy nog steeds met my stry?
Nee, maar ek het nie die ding aangeraak.
Sal jy nog
Story
steeds
aan
met
die.
my?
Okay,
Moet
Cubase.
ek my, what do you call it? Donkey sweep gaan haal.
I will We'll get into that also. But before we get into that,
Yes,
around 20 minutes past 9 this morning, we're going to tune in where we will be able to speak to our IOL team. Mr. Hipa Murangi and Ilana Kalitz will be joining us in the studio. Obviously, in terms of the measures of COVID-19, we would like to hear from them exactly what measures, etc., have IOL put in place to assist students out there.
Yeah.
So that would be really an interesting discussion. Just straight after our stream.
Yeah, just shortly after 9, yeah.
Yeah, just shortly after 9. We're not going to be breaking the stream. We immediately going to get into discussing that with Ilana and with Hipa.
Yeah.
From IOL. So please, if you are students, IOL students out there, get your questions ready
Yeah.
to engage us.
If there's anything that you would like to ask them, because this is basically the A team from IOL.
Yeah, alsjeblieft.
All right, and just, you know, as a side note, I know there are a lot of our customers, our clients who also have, you know, queries. So we are going to try over the next couple of weeks to bring you the likes of Legal Shield and Trustco Bank and so on, just to sort of get you guys on par with what exactly is going to be happening.
Exactly.
In this period.
Yeah.
But like we said today, it is meneer Hipa Murangi and mevrou Ilana Kalitz.
It's nie mevrou nie.
What is?
It's mevrou.
Wait, what is the difference between the two? I can't remember. I had
I'm
Afrikaans het ek in laerskool gehad. Nee.
Okay, mevrou is getroud.
Oh, ek het gedink my juffrou is getroud.
Nee, herro, asseblief.
No,
Ja.
no, help me net reg.
Ja.
Okay, so mevrou is getroud.
Mevrou is getroud.
My juffrou is available.
Ja.
Okay.
And Ilana is not available.
Okay, nee, ons is sap.
Yeah, because you just might. Jy ken these listeners of yours.
Ja, hulle hoop aan goed te.
Hulle like goed te begin vra.
Yeah, keep them keep the questions constructive.
So Cubase, two things that we quickly need to discuss is what you started off with is what will you sacrifice
What are you going to sacrifice?
if this thing prevails for the rest, let's not say it for the rest of our lives, please. Let's just say, you know, in a time of crisis, what's the most likely thing or toughest thing that you are willing to part with to make sure, to ensure your survival? Your personal survival, your family survival, your loved one survival, everything. What are you willing to sacrifice? Whew.
Okay, when you ask what are you willing to sacrifice, I don't know, like stuff that I normally buy or things that I normally do, activities or products, or in what sense? People, tightening the belt.
Kyk hierso nê. Ja,
Jy moet hom vasmaak.
jy moet belt vasmaak.
If I tighten my belt any further, my body will be split into two. My belt is tight genoeg. Nah, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, like we said, you know, everybody's going to have to sort of give up one thing or give up something. There are some things that you're going to want to get that are not some luxuries. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
maybe that is the best way to phrase it.
Ja.
Kom ons begin by jou.
Jy like die nonsense jy.
Jy het mos die meeste luxuries.
Nee, ek het nie luxuries nie.
Okay, rock paper scissors then.
I don't even play rock papers. Okay, let's go.
Nee, maar jy bere.
Cubase, no. If I have to give up something, it's probably my love for red wine.
That you're gonna have to give up.
I'll give that up. Because I tell you, when I sit,
Are you gonna give it up or are you gonna cut down?
No, I can give it up. I can give it up.
After you were buying red wine bottles for like $300 during the lockdown. Now when they're available, you are going to give them up.
Nee,
Moenie
ek-
vir jouself lieg.
Nee, ek wil net eers daai klaar drink dan sal ek. Ja.
Okay.
Let me just finish those bottles.
Okay.
Then I'll try and
Afterwards.
afterwards.
You know, that's what I tell myself about the smoking. I'm just going to finish this one packet. Ek maak net die pakkie klaar. Van hier af, ek is klaar.
Ek rook nie verder nie.
Ja. Maar ek gaan koop eers die pakkie. Dis die laaste pakkie. So, kom ons lieg nie vir onsself nie.
Cubase, I was challenged last night by one of our ardent listeners and viewers, Yuan Jaranguru. He's probably watching now,
Yeah.
and he said to me, you know what, Neville? Neville, I want to go on a 5-day fasting for 5 days.
Sonder om te eet.
Hy gaan niks eet nie for 5 days.
Drink water?
Just drink water. So he shows me this video of this guy who went on a 5-day fasting. It's amazing what your body does if you deprive it from food. Because that glucose that your body is normally used to, of food, it go and extract that glucose from your liver. And for some reason, your body just it adapts. It adapts to change. We are so used to things. Your body is so used to nicotine. I like my glass of wine. I think I can't do without it.
But you can.
You can. You can.
Most of these things, it's habits, basically. Some people really have an addiction problem. But some
Yeah.
people, it's
Hey.
it's the habit.
Kom jy my kant toe nou?
Nee, ek is nie besig met
Huh?
so nie. Let me give you an example.
Oh, okay.
Van me, right? It's like, after I eat, I want to smoke. Because I've always been doing that. Since I was in high school, since I started smoking. Elke keer nadat ek geëet het, dan soek ek op.
Verduidelik vir my daai. Wat is dit met 'n kwaai as jy klaar geëet het? What?
There's nothing, Neville, there's nothing
Nothing.
to it's not habitual.
It's just
Because
habitual.
You do it, you've been doing it all the time. So no, elke keer as jy klaar geëet het, dan soek jy iets. But like they say, the best way, you just replace that habit with something else. Kry iets anders wat jy jouself mee kan besig hou. And over time, you know what? I'm actually not an expert to speak on this because I'm still a smoker.
Because they say any habit that you want to kick, you need at least 21 days of abstinence.
A 3-week lockdown.
Babe,
Akaba was right with the alcohol.
Amai.
Yeah, that was the plan. Oh,
7, 14, 21.
yeah.
Hoe elo is waar het sê. But that's what they say. You need 21 days,
yeah.
if you really want to kick a habit, whether it's smoking, whether it's oshikariha.
But if I have to tighten the belt, it's definitely going to be the cigarettes because they're costing me way too much.
Hoeveel kos 'n kwai? Een kwai.
Los guai, it depends on where you buy it. And Itura is at R3 in most places, but uptown is like $4.
So hierso in die dorp is R4.
R4 for a guai, yeah.
So that's 24 in 'n pak. So jy betaal wat? 40.
R80.
R80
As jy hulle los koop.
as jy hulle loskoop. So jy moet maar net
As jy die pakkie koop, you pay like about half
so
that
you
price.
pay about $40.
Yeah, you pay maybe between 50 and 60. Let's put it there.
Nou kom jy net 'n gros nie.
Ek rook ek my stomp van my gras. Overindulgence because it's there. Of dat sal ek maar miskien moet begin verkoop, ek ken nie.
If Yuan is watching,
Yeah.
okay, I said to him, I'm not gonna commit to. I will not be able to, not now,
Fast.
commit to not being able to eat for 5 days in a row and just drinking water, because I do train. Sometimes on the okay, I have to say I didn't train. Ek het nog niks geoefen hierdie week nie. Nie gestap nie, niks nie. Ek het net gekabaza, gebeb. But I think I can probably start off by cutting out any meat, poultry, whatever. maybe for a day or two.
And eat what, like
Net groente en vrugte
Oh,
en water.
that could work, I guess.
And see how that goes.
I need to eat at least 1 meal a day.
Dit kan mos groente ook wees.
Nee, maar
Wat?
My pille maak my honger. As ek my pille gedrink het, dan raak ek honger.
Is it?
Dan wil ek eet.
Okay.
En hulle gee my eetlus.
Okay, want jy het nou, you put yourself on the spot now. We didn't ask you about your pills.
No, but I'm saying.
Now there's a follow-up question.
So
now.
giving up, I'm not afraid of follow-up questions.
Okay. So nou, wat se pille praat ons nou hiervan?
My eetlus pille mos.
Die eetluspille. Okay. Okay, now I understand.
Jy wil vra. But the cigarette, I did the math like late last year.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to, because my wife was on my case about it. But it's like I spend on average, I spend about between 4,000 and 5,000 just on cigarettes. Per month.
Currently.
Yes. And
Hello?
when I look at my budget, I have no idea where that money is coming from. So ek verstaan ook nie mooi waar. Is miskien jy net wil gee goed 10 rand hier, so maar jy is ou 20 and aan die einde van die dag, when you count the amount of cigarettes that you smoke and how much they cost you Monday to Sunday as stuff here, that I can definitely cut out of my budget.
Double G vir my kon vertel oor kos. Huh?
Es mos hoekom
J.
That's why I don't buy that much food, because I'm too busy buying cigarettes. But it's a problem, guys. And you know what, I've made peace with it. Us smokers have a problem with admitting that we have a problem with the cigarettes. Everybody feels like, you know what, I can quit whenever I want. No, you can't. For most of you anyway, you can't. You're not just gonna drop it if you've been smoking that heavily.
Cubase, how do you feel when somebody tells you as a smoker that they are offended by your smoking? Let's say on staan hier buitekant and we're sitting at close proximity to people who
do not smoke.
Who do not smoke. I mean, I'm not a smoker. You know, when you and me, when we go outside and we start talking, I stand normally at a distance where I know your fumes go a certain direction.
Yeah.
But then there are people who are extremely vocal about smoking. And how do you normally take it when somebody tells you off? Say, luister meneer, hierdie gerookery van jou, kan u asseblief daai sigaretjie...
Like, look, it depends on where we are.
Nee?
Like, for instance, the example you're making here, that's sort of a smoking area.
Yeah.
So it's self many nonsense daar kom vertel. You're gonna meet the worst version of me.
Okay.
Maar in general, I mean, I understand it's not a pleasant smell. Not everybody likes it. Not everybody is a smoker. Sometimes even when I'm not smoking, I don't like the smell when somebody else is smoking. So ek verstaan. If I'm in a place where, you know, there's not really smoking and ek staan in the rook and it offends you, it's okay. Either I'll move or I'll put out the cigarette en gaan rook ek later.
Het jy geweet dat dagga ruik lekkerder as 'n sigaret?
Hoe ruik dagga?
Nee, ek kan nie vir jou sê hoe ruik dagga nie. I've stood among guys wat skeef rook. And the smell of skeef is not that tough on my lungs. Smelling it like the smell of a cigarette.
So you
Nee, ek sal hang tussen die ouens en sê manne kabasa.
Dat sal jy ook 'n spliff vat.
Nee, ek het nog nooit in my lewe spliff gevat nie. It's still one of the boxes I probably need to tick one day in my life. But ek sê net skuif ek kan daai reuk kan ek vat. Skuif reuk kan ek vat, maar ek kan nie sigaret reuk vat nie.
Ja.
Woe!
I like jong, ek verstaan jong. My vrou is maar 'n sterk, sy is maar 'n sterk mens.
Kyk, soos ander mense nie dronk mense kan vat nie.
Yes. Why did you even have to go there?
My bra! As a bra!
It's yes.
Et jou
I'm getting the taste in my mouth soos ek nou aan hy reuk ding.
et your what has been your mood? Or what's your demeanor when you have been at your drunkest in your life? Everybody have had a level of
Apparently, I talk a lot.
Is it?
I've been told. I'm not generally a very talkative person. I would rather sit back and observe.
Nee.
When I'm drunk, apparently I'm trying to run the show.
Marius?
So I've been told. But that's also why I don't really like drinking that much.
Marius, as jy gesyp is, as jy stil of praat jy baie? Kyk, julle boere syp mos brandewyn. Okay, nee. I have the answer. There's no one who drinks brandewyn that can be quiet. It's okay, Marius. It's okay. Hy daar lag hy.
Karate water.
Is karate water.
Hela, kom ons lees die comments. Let's not neglect you guys for this morning. Let's read a few comments before we get to our next issue, basically. Yeah. By the way, we're going to get to the comments. Shapopi Matsi, Neville, het jy geweet, jy kom van ander land en jy vra sigaret, jy what? Write in English. This on the stream. Nee man, now you guys are confusing me. Clever ja, Dave. Ek is 'n roker, maar ek hou nie van die reuk nie. Cubase, do you also wake up around 1 at night to go smoke?
Yo!
No, I won't wake up to go smoke, but if I'm awake and there are cigarettes in the house, I probably will
Then
go
you smoke?
Yeah. But I'm not going to wake up.
So like Snoop Dogg, I smoke till I sleep.
Alexandria Angala, Cubase, you need prayers. That habit is not healthy for you, and you know it. I need to include you in my prayers. Please give me all your names so that when I pray, I mention them to make sure that God isn't mistaking you with any other person. Your situation is extraordinary. That it definitely is. Papa says no.
Hey, los my bra uit.
Kabaza is my nuwe woord. Dis waar, Neville. Dan gaan hy ver beter, maar jy moet 'n spul vat.
'n Spliff.
'n Spliff.
Seker 'n spliff.
Ja.
Ja.
Jy raak oud, sê hulle.
That's alright, man. So right. Nah.
Cubase, your tobacco budget is more than your food budget.
Hello, thank you.
I'm praying for you tonight. Glad that you admit that you have a problem. It's not the first step. It's the first step to finding a solution. And you know, the only reason it goes that high because, weet jy nie, die geld wat jy so bietjie vir bietjie uithaal. That's what because you don't really see how much it accumulates to at the end of the day. Because you're taking it out like a R10 here, $4 here, $5 here. So it doesn't feel like a lot of money. But then when you go add it up at the end of the day or at the end of the month, but I hear you, that's a problem.
I spend about, before you continue, honestly, I think I spend about $1,000 on alcohol per month. That's it.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's it.
On alcohol.
Yeah.
Does that include the canteen?
Is dit nodig dat jy kantien se stories hier so kom praat?
Ek vra maar net.
Nee, is nie, niemand is besigheid.
Nee, Philip kan vir ons
Nee. Okay.
Or is your math like that of Ipumbushimi?
Listen, when I saw that of the minister last night, my brother, my calculator is got check. It's like,
I'm trying to figure out, okay, maybe he misspoke, so I tried, multiply this one, divide that, like, it just doesn't balance. Hy balance net nie.
Luister, die dinge is wild op die oomblik. Los die toppie uit, man. Ons sal regkom. Ja. Okay, let's say my budget is $1,500.
Yeah.
Kantien ingeslikt. Ja.
That's not bad.
Ja.
Cubase, why are you drinking eetless pille, by the way? Man, ek het eetless probleme. As to me, morning you all, Cubase is too bad you are not a woman. Otherwise, you could have gotten pregnant. That will make you stop fast for your unborn baby. Maybe lockdown resolution name should change to Cubase.
I'm korwot.
It's to me.
It's to me.
Nigga, you still have lungs? Guys, you see, this is why I don't want to talk about my things. Come on. Nah, it's all good.
Daar's nie geheime hierso nie.
4K to 5K TLotje.
Daar sê. Oh, thank you.
Is die klein goedjies ouens, is die klein goedjies.
Thank you. Jy kry jou houe vandag.
Neville, ek verstaan nie van die 250 times 21 equals 750 nie. Geef my raad daar, seker my wiskunde is seker iets.
Luister, leave me out of this discussion, okay? I went to Ella Duplessis. Ja. Ons het nie die wiskunde dag gedoen nie.
What do you want to say about your mathematics teacher? Wie was jou wiskunde onderwyser is?
It doesn't matter how good my mathematics teacher was. I was useless in math.
And
So
that was my favorite subject in school.
Because the thing is, Cubase, I was so bad in math that when I saw this joke of the minister last night,
You didn't get what the joke was.
everybody is like, ah! All I know is he messed up. Okay? So ek het, want kyk, die sound of the video of the clip is also a little bit low. Ek het geluister is, ai, los julle die toppie uit, man. That's like, man, toppie sal regkom.
Oh, maybe that's why we're in recession. Guys coming from Bangkok, Namibia. Oh, yeah. Jasmine Tilla, Black Boy. This made my day. Thanks, Informanté. Thank you. Vedi Kaire, can you also just ban the sale of tobacco products? So much self-inflicted harm, not to mention it's such an expense.
Dankie, boy.
I extend summer, Joe.
Okwepa. Yeah.
If you need a poster boy for that campaign, is this so?
Nou, Cubase, voor jy aanhou lees, kan ek en jy nie, can't we do a pact?
What kind of pact?
Just maybe for 3 days.
To do what?
You stop smoking for 3 days. I'll stop eating meat for 3 days.
But you're not eating meat all the time. I'm smoking all the time. I smoked before I came into the studio. And I can't wait for 9 o'clock to go smoke when I get out of the studio.
I'll give up because I eat 2 meals a day. I eat breakfast
Yes.
and I eat lunch. I don't eat dinner at night.
Okay.
I'm willing to sacrifice my lunch if you stop smoking.
Until lockdown is over. Can we start tomorrow?
Maris,
What did you say?
what are
Hello, what am I supposed to do with the cigarettes I already have? No, I can't throw them away. That costs money.
I really
Ons gaan môre begin kap.
I really
I'm
want
actually
to,
up for it.
No. To be honest with you, I want to do something that challenge myself.
That would be nice.
And I think food and oshikariha.
Dat is jou twee grootste probleme.
Kijk, I'm not an alcoholic. I can go weeks on end without having a glass of wine if I do put myself, put myself to it. But ek voel ook ek moet 'n bietjie minder eet.
Maar why?
Ja, ek het 'n kapunda man. Seriously, I've picked up weight over this. We will discuss this and tomorrow Ganji, Alvin. Yeah.
Alwyn ook why?
Alvin is die grootste kwaai master. Alvin
koop 'n gros. Hy loop met 'n gros.
Alvin loop met 'n gros hierso.
Ja, so, hy maak seker hy koop hom once einde van die maand en daar hy kwai vir die hele maand.
We need to discuss this because when we are together again on Friday morning at the live stream, we need to daar moet iets vasgemaak wees tussen ons.
Touch base. No, but you know what? I'm willing to start as of tomorrow.
Maar vandag rook jy jou in jou.
Nee, ek rook nie so baie nie. Ek het net I just have a couple and ja,
What is a couple? A couple is 2.
Okay, a triple then. So, Jesus.
Luister bro. Okay, no, first finish your comments so we can go to the next point.
Rob Yara Neville Basson. So what you are saying is your drinking of wine can determine your survival. Who buy a drink, bro?
Ek drink 'n bottel wyn 'n week. No, honestly.
Yeah, but then that is not. Then would that really be cutting down? Because that's just $1,000. I mean, is that gonna make the world of a difference?
Dis 'n lekker gevoel as ek daai ek koop miskien sê 2 bottles gin per maand. $750.
Gordons.
Gordons. Nie hierdie biergoede van julle nie. Hulle smaak nonsens.
Bombay, my bro.
Bombay goede en wat is dit? Tangerine goede.
Nee, ek hou net van Bombay.
Ek stel nie belang nie.
Maar
Gordon's is
when I was
king.
drinking.
When you were drinking. Gordon's is king. Klaar. 2 bottles Gordon's per maand
It's a bit, yeah, okay, yeah.
en wyn, rooi wyn. Klaar.
But that's not so bad.
Ja.
It's not so bad.
Maar Jay kom ons hierso met 'n storie oor 'n kantien which I didn't even talk about.
Hy mos demo mos ook tel. Hy wat 2 shots gaan gekoop en but you should count those things. You can't just discount them. Come on, I only count what I buy at the end of the month.
Daar sê.
Einde van die maand koop ek net 1 pakkie. Dan kan ek ook net sê like I also only spend on 1 packet of cigarettes.
Kyk, hoekom koop jy nie net 'n gros nie?
I don't want to buy. I have no idea. Probably $1,000.
Then
Off the top of my head. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
miskien $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay?
Maybe less.
En jy koop en jy rook daai gros vir die maand. Klaar. Jy sê jy sal hom
Just
uitrook.
Somehow, the idea of having a cross just doesn't sit right with me. That means also I have to admit to myself that I am a on Chris level smoker.
Jy sê, This is a hypocrite.
Look, if I'm buying them one by one, I'm level smoker. Nie on Chris level. Alfeus Mvula, all right, yes, but creative people are not artists. Studio people would love to.
Yeah.
Alfeus Mvula. I'm not sure I understand your comment. I get maybe where you are trying to go. Hit me up on my inbox.
Yeah.
Inbox account is at further, but morning Cubase and Neville, do you really think this lockdown will be lifted? What is your point of view? Will I start going to work? Will my children go to school? Will I have the freedom to go to Swakop for just a breeze? Neville, your perspective.
Your children will not go to school. Let's start there.
Definitely not.
Your children will not go to school. You need to start becoming a teacher at home. Okay? Take the 20 rocks, the little rocks or stones, and start teaching the child yourself. Okay, I have 20 stones. I take 10 away. How much do I have left? That's now teacher 101. That's where we need to start. I think in terms of the lockdown, I do speculate that I'm not saying that we take the blueprint of South Africa and we copy and paste what South Africa does. But again, I think our borders will remain closed, but there will be some relaxation of internal trade in our country, which is really important. So 2 things will not happen. You will not be able to buy any alcohol, and your children will not be going to school.
School moet toch net begin, Neville. I cannot handle these WhatsApp groups anymore.
E-learning.
My brother, you go away for a day and there are like 3,000 messages in the group.
Mwashoshiti.
Yesterday, while I was sitting in the studio with Maria, my phone lay LTT, so I'm like, man, what is what so belangrik is? After the show, I go outside, I call back the number. This guy is like, hello teacher, are the kids still gonna get? I'm like, hey man, I can see a player onderwyser man. Wie you say as a teacher with school? No, I saw you were posting in the groups like
Teacher, yeah. Mitri.
I can't do meer vat. Maar anyway, cause lees weer 'n paar comments. Morning guys, if lockdown gets extended, all renters will move to school classrooms. Because government does not want to cut all mortgage, water, electricity bill with 50% at least. Gaan bly maar almal by die skole want daar's die kinders daar.
Ons gaan slap in die klasse, joh.
Ja. En Mutatio Castens saying Cubase, wat van die donkey blacks?
Ons kom daar.
Nee, kom ons gaan daar.
Okay. Okay, let's quickly discuss this. And the views
And
opinions shared here on Informanté Radio are not the views of the 2 presenters here. Okay? We are just facilitators. Now, we have a video that's been circulating in the last 24 hours. Van 'n Tamara Topi. Oumikup.
Yeah, who is he, firstly?
I'm still trying to figure out. Apparently, Oumikup is a self-proclaimed Omani. you know, this the Damara tribe. That is an Omani tribe. Apparently, he's the self-proclaimed
So
Oman chief.
it's like a. Wait, you guys also have different tribes within the.
Yes.
The Damara? I didn't know.
Yeah. There are Taman, there are Omani, there's even in the Nama tribe, there are different Nama tribes. There are different Damara tribes. There are different Vambu tribes.
I know.
Okay, Kalets are also different.
Yeah.
Walvis se Kalets is different as Windhoek se Kalets, is different as Boegters. Nee, Rebord het nie Kalets nie. Now you're becoming very insulting. Ja. Gaan sê vir die mense in Rebord hulle is Kalets.
Weet jy wat?
Ja, jy sal jou goed kry.
Fast forward this conversation. Kom ons los hom net.
So, Oumiko became now, for some reason, became some internet sensation at the moment because Oumiko took the law into his own hands by strapping up, and it's just the terminology that's used, and I think it's the normal terminology that everybody uses on a daily basis. Oumiko strapped up this Mofi guy.
Gay guy.
No, it's not gay, is too strong. Mofi is, that's eers vir gay. Okay, because Oumiko says, hierdie Mofi in die video. Hierdie Mofi wat hierso sit. So let's just use that terminology.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's not get lost in the weeds. It's fine. You can continue.
Yeah.
You can continue.
So Oumiko strapped this Mofi to a chair and basically let somebody film him slaan hierdie Mofi met 'n sweep. Ek weet nie wat is 'n sweep in Engels nie. Julle wat Engels verstaan.
Wat?
With a whip. Whip is so small.
A donkey plucks.
Yeah.
A donkey what? Yeah, I know. Like when I was watching the video, I was explaining to my wife, we like ons gebruik het op die plaas vir die beeste.
Ja. Ons gebruik dit op die plaas ja vir die beeste. So the speculation here is from the Damara that I understand is that Oumiko was talking to this Mofi guy who apparently lined him up with a khocha. In terms of Oumiko het gedink hy praat met 'n cherry.
Oh, hy's gehook up.
Hy's gehook up.
Troepas
gegee van die Mofi. Okay? So, en hierdie cherry vra vir Oumiko elke dag, "Iwalet retoch, ngabatoch, Maria, iwalet retoch, iwalet retoch." So Oumiko, iwalet, hey, make it rain. No, Oumiko verstaan nie why this girl never comes to the park nie. It say, ek betaal die hele tyd. It say,
maar sy is nooit, I don't even see her.
Yeah, I don't even see her. Goeie mate, het sy, goeie mate, gee die goede. So, I think through Oumiko's investigation, he basically, Maris lachie. Hey, Maris, gaan net so. Ons besig met ernstige goed hier.
Yeah.
So through his investigation, Oumiko discovered that Khoisa is not really Khoisa.
It's Kweba.
It's Kweba. Okay. So, ons wil net by julle hoor nie. Okay. Oumiko took the law in his own hands. Okay? Is it right for him to strap somebody on a chair and whooping somebody because he basically feels like he's been extorted?
It's a catfish scam, Moss.
Yeah.
It's like
Catfish, yeah.
These things have been running on social media for eons.
Daar was 'n cherrykie in Okanja wat ek gehoor het wat sulke goede maak.
Daar was a cherry oral, daar was a cherry in Luderes, daar was cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say cherry, use that term
Ek ken die ene in Okanja.
Maar er was nie 'n cherry nie, Moss.
Was ook 'n kweba nee.
Ja, er was ook 'n kweba.
Ja, maar ek het gehoor van dyne. Een van my bras ook gevang. Die man moet kom met taxi geld stuur, sy sal kom.
Hy was elke naweek se storie.
Ja, want somebody one of the things that somebody said here on social media, as jy transportgeld vra en jy kom nie uit nie, Ons bel vir ou Miko.
But look, in all seriousness, right? Like it's the video. When you watch the video, yes, it's kind of funny. Maar also,
It's cruel, man.
yeah, it's
Cruel.
You don't do that in. We are a society of laws, of rules and laws. And there are ways to deal with these things. There are people who are designated to deal with situations like this. You don't tie somebody up.
Situation. Can you please speak English correct? It's situation. Okay? Ngatsa.
Die man, maak me net klaar in die oggend.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Huh?
but Omiko, he basically incriminated himself by filming this
Yes.
thing. Okay?
Because he feels most near, this person is, I don't want to use the word criminal, he's any wrong.
Yeah.
So basically I can do whatever I want. But that is not the case. That's not how our country's laws work.
But, you know, during the beating, Omiko is asking vir vriendin. Moet ek die polisie bel?
Maar dat is mos hoe jy mense bang maak in die lokasie, Neville. It's
Ja.
not like you've not been in the hood before.
Ek weet.
Ja.
Maar hy vra vir vriendin, moet ek die polisie bel? En vriendin sê, moet nie polisie bel nie.
Omiko sal die polisie kom lei vir hulle albei op. Dan kan hulle die storie by die stasie gaan klaarmaak.
So all I'm just saying is that at this moment in time, it's the thing that's been trending for the last 24 hours quite heavily.
Yeah.
I personally, you know, on a serious note, I don't agree with what Omiko has done. It seems like Omiko is a stand-up, or supposed to be a stand-up guy of society and his community, and he took the law into his own hands by playing sheriff because money. Wat lag jy maar eens? Ga dit hierso. Because he's been extorted. Yeah, he's from Gobabes, yeah. Yeah.
And the worst thing, he had to be wearing a bloody Swapo t-shirt. Eerste van alles, Hage has my vote.
Yeah.
My president just can't catch a break.
Okay. As ons daai video vir die president stuur nee. Agaba. Nee, Arabas, keiser gaan vat. Saad t-shirts gee. Nee. How can Omega use me? With my t-shirt?
Why?
Violation of human rights.
You say, too laughing that one. He was trying to sabotage the party. All right, Timothy, laughter is the best medicine, I think. Where did that comment go? It's the best medicine, and you guys give us that, a dose of that every day. Thank you. Cheers, welcome. Morning, guys. Let's talk about the calculation of Minister of Finance. 250 times 21 days equals $750. Like, I thought maybe they meant to say 25. I even tried to go calculate that one. Even 25 times 21 is also not 750.
Luister, wat is die antwoord? Sê net vir my, wat is die antwoord?
250 times 21? 250 times 21 is 5,250, I think, if I'm not mistaken. My math is a bit off.
Wag. Laat ons net hierdie ding uit die pad kry, asseblief. Dat jy die toppie los.
5
Sê gou.
250 maal 21 is
Maar
5
21.
Yes.
It's 5,250. Were you right? Mukuru wantjie. So jy slim kan.
Ek is slim, jy ken dit wiskunde.
Jy ken wiskunde. Okay. So the answer is 5,250. Leave the minister alone, asseblief.
All right. And I also see Miss Ilana Kalitz already sitting outside here. I don't see that long hair.
Mure.
Camille beard.
Camille Pert. Yeah, they'll be joining us in the next 10 minutes.
In the next 10 minutes
Yeah,
or so.
they'll be joining us.
Let's read some more comments from you guys. Wait, who's out of hospital? Let me read the original comment because I see. Good morning, crew. So Boris is better and back to work.
Yeah.
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 Hoe sal ek die kinders leer? Ek het sap 10 keer gedryf. No, who no?
Laat hulle vir Ilana kom vra. Nee?
Yes.
That should be part of the questions that you need to ask Ilana Kalitz.
So we can come ask them.
IOL straight after this, after we cross over to them. They'll be joining us in the studio.
Eddie Bambu Jericho.
Yeah,
What the hell is going on here?
Of perm.
Is it like is
You got a perm.
Lionel
Shines.
Richie? Meduletu, you are like me. I can't handle this e-learning seriously.
Ne?
Yeah, it's maybe it's the chaos. Cubase, no beef, bro. No beef, but bro, I feel sorry for your lungs. Hey, lost
me longer.
me long eight. Yeah, it's so Shiweda. Obi Kena. When you buy a horse, you feel like there is no turning back. They rot your friend. That's precies hoe kom ek hier. You see, there's a difference between having 2 beers in your fridge and a 24 pack. Verstaan jy?
Is there no level of control?
There is. Until there is not.
Oh!
That's just the way it is. Okay, coronavirus bullies smokers. Cubase, take note.
Yeah, they bully smokers. True.
Oh yes, I know. Hy moet tog nie vir my nou begin sleg laat voel.
Nee, sal jou sleg laat voel.
I still have to get through a whole interview with hoe jy gesê, mevrou.
Ja, mevrou.
Yes.
Kalitz.
Met mevrou Kalitz.
Ja.
So, asseblief. Spaar my gevoelentjies. He didn't mess up, he just made a mistake.
Daar sê.
Because the correct formula is 250, 21 working days times 7 in a week. Nah.
Whatever.
Your math is also not making sense. You and the minister obviously went to the same school.
Shine says the minister was right.
Show me which calculator.
It's 3 weeks.
And then the 250 is not per days per week.
Or
Yeah.
250 times a week.
Yeah.
So you get 250 per week, $50 per day.
We need to call the minister and ask him.
250 per week and 3 weeks is 750. So you get us 750 per week.
You know what was most interesting for me when I was watching the clip, right? How I think it was Jonas Pambo from NBC. Anyway, how he just moved on after that. After the minister gave the answer, he just
Prepare this.
just maak net gereed vir Hipa and Ilana. They're joining us. Just sorry out. Jonas just moves on. I'm like, wait. You also didn't pick up that there was a mistake there.
Hy gaan net aan. No, but I think also he just probably realized, let me not to put the minister on the spot. I don't want to embarrass the minister here. Let's just continue with what we are doing. So, but
Okay.
well played.
Yeah, but that makes sense, Shines. You see, 250 a week times 3 weeks. But then lockdown got extended by 2 weeks, so are we going to get an extra 500?
Apparently that was Omigo's last money.
Which one? Oh, as a day EIG buddy. For
Yeah,
let's call her
passion.
no, let's call her Bronwyn because I saw Bronwyn commenting.
Wat sê Bronwyn? Wat sê Bronwyn?
Sy moet hulle uitlos.
Ja. Julle kom nou.
Neville doesn't want to get out of the studio. As always. Now we're just
Yeah.
preparing for you guys. Yes.
Yeah.
The IOL team is here, so we're just getting ready to have a chat to them. Of course, coronavirus is affecting everybody
And yes,
in different ways.
and yes, of course, as we say, you know, some of your educational questions that you do have, especially under this lockdown of COVID-19, you have every opportunity now to ask the experts, the educational experts, the questions. Kerr, hier pat eintlik 'n groot hero hoed op. Korwantjie.
Ek sê, no,
Ons
never.
gee hom net 'n donkie sweep.
Jy het ten minste skool klaar gemaak. Hoekom wil julle hê ek wat die skool klaar gemaak het, jy moet die interview doen?
Nee, ons
You
is
want me
saam.
to embarrass myself. here?
Nee, ons is saam.
Ouwe.
Ons is saam.
Ons is together, yes.
Ja. Are you done with your comments?
Shines, jy lieg, ons het reg gehoor. That's what they're saying. Why 3 weeks and not 4? But the lockdown has been, it's day 33. Still 14, 21, 28. We're going for the 5th week now.
We're going for the 5th week.
28, 35, yes. So it should be 5 weeks. That means with that formula of 250 per week, That means you should be for times 5 weeks is a decent 350, 1250.
Whatever.
No, you don't need to count. Just trust me.
Okay, I trust you. That's why there are people like me who can talk, and then there are people like you who can think.
Yeah, now I can think.
Yeah.
But you see, like these guys, they're using the same calculators as ECN. Katrina Shidu, manne, julle hou daarvan. Bieke ore kry asseblief.
Wat het ons nou gemaak? What did we do? Moet ons ore kry? It's him, it's not me.
Ons moet vir ou Migo na die minister van finance stuur, laat hy hom math gaan leer. Somebody saying play music. No, we're not gonna play music now.
No, we're gonna play music.
We're gonna play music once we are done talking.
Yeah.
Who fair met Sisa? Mr. Namanje. Go check out the Informanté page. Once you're actually done watching the show, just scroll down between this stream and the one from the COVID Information Center and go check. The stories are out there, so you can begin and just inform yourself on what is happening.
Alwyn, Cubase was basically making certain insinuations here on air that jy 'n gros 'n week uitrook.
Nobody likes a tattletale.
Nee, jy het gepraat.
No, ek het gesê
Almal het gehoor hierso. Everybody het.
Marius,
is dit
Marius.
waar?
Exactly. Ek het gesê Alwyn koop 'n gros vir die maand. No,
Wow,
kom sê jy vir my. As jy hier pomus is so mathematics wat jy hier kom gebruik.
Can we have our guest in the studio?
Yes, our guest can join us in the studio now. We're going to actually be on air a little bit longer this morning just to accommodate this conversation, especially for the IOL students and those of you who, of course, would like to take up distance learning during the course of this year or going forward, as a matter of fact.
Social distancing.
No, but we've been quarantining together, so it's fine.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, Hipa. Morning, Ilana.
Are we still on air?
I don't know.
No, we are still on air.
Ons is live op die lug, yes.
Are we still on air?
Cameras are rolling, mics are on.
Yeah, mics are on.
Good morning.
And the reason why we do that, Ilana, is to get you comfortable. Okay? Because if we would tell you that we're off air and then we tell you we are on air, dan skrik jy.
Yeah, I immediately started shaking when
Verstaan
you
jy?
told me I'm on air.
Maar verstaan jy nou? So now you're getting into, we just go with the flow. Okay? Yeah. So
Introduce.
welcome to the studio, guys. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Hipa Murangi.
Thank you. No?
I'm happy to see that jy het jou groot hero hoed op vandag. Okay? Representing is it hero or bandero?
Bandero.
Oh,
Bandero.
green.
Bandero.
Is it bandero? Ja.
My broer my Harry wou nie vanoggend besaamwerkie so.
Don't worry, we all have corona hair and corona beards right now.
That's my face.
No, guys, welcome to the studio here this morning. It's really a pleasure to have you in the studio and welcome you in the studio. This is the IOL team, Mrs. Ilana Kalitz. Cubase was referring to you as mejuffrou. Toe sê ek nee, daar's 'n verskil tussen mejuffrou en mevrou.
Me.
Yeah.
Say me.
Me, yeah. And then we have Mr. Hipa Murangi.
Thank you, Nava.
Maybe as an introduction, there's one or two things that you guys just before we get into the discussion, maybe we can start off, Ilana. Maybe can you just explain to us what is your portfolio with IOL?
So I'm the head of education with IIL, and I'm especially responsible for the accreditation of the courses, development of new courses, and then obviously the running of the operations.
Okay. For how long have you been at the helm of this?
I've been with Traska for 11 years now.
Okay.
And as head of education for 7 years.
I believe a lot of IOL students out there, and I think my point of reference with you has always been our graduation ceremonies that we do conduct together every year, where we have hundreds, thousands of students They do graduate on an annual basis, and that's the opportunity that a lot of the students get to see you right there on stage, and obviously the information that you do share with them at this graduation ceremonies.
Yes, that is one of our obviously prestigious and our favorite events of the year, because it's obviously great when our students complete their studies and when they graduate.
That normally happens every year in Windhoek and in Ongwediva.
Yes.
Now,
And the graduation normally happens in March. So now what happened, we moved the graduation to November now.
okay.
And obviously we will see what the outcome is and what the government instruct. And if anything's changed, we will let our students know.
Okay.
But currently our graduation is scheduled for November.
For November.
Yes.
Okay. Kan julle herros met mekaar praat? Vra hy herros oor homself. Ek sal hom nie vra nie.
Sy het mos net vinnig graduation toe gespring. We're still doing introductions.
Nee, it's fine. I've done my introduction with
Trigger
Ilana.
happy.
Yeah. So vra vir Hipa.
Yeah, just maybe tell us what your portfolio is with.
I'm the COO for ICT Learning and Distribution. So I'm mainly responsible for all the ICT learning, the development of courses that we have to put together for students, the drive of all the ICT devices and electronics that we offer, the support of all the ICT things that relate to learning at IUL. So in a nutshell, that's what I do.
Okay. Now obviously this COVID-19 pandemic is affecting all industries. Education industry is no different, or the education sector is no different. You guys maybe less so because you are a distance institution than the face-to-face classes, but I'm sure that there are also contact points with you and your students. So maybe you can just explain to us what measures you have put in place in response to the pandemic to assist your students.
I looked at a graph yesterday that was pretty interesting for me to look at all the sectors that are likely to suffer during the economics around it, during the lockdown. And I realized that education is right in between of all the other tourism and stuff that are really going to suffer. And then you have ICT right here on top, that it is a savior, it potentially can survive. So what we have done very well at IUL, we have a combination of two. And that is what drives IUL to be such a forefront of in education in Namibia. So we have prepared our students for so long. The good thing about our structures is that some of these things are thought out long time before to ensure that we have all these things in place when circumstances of such arises. So we are not new to the e-learning platforms. I can refer to it as a hybrid type of training method that we had. The combination of blended learning and the normal face-to-face learning. So the combination of having had our content already online, having had created platforms, having had electronic devices available for our students, and having had connectivity availability also to our students has been in existence before the COVID-19. But obviously, there are always new challenges that are rising, and people would like to get themselves acquainted to what is new. And I'm very proud to be sitting here today and say it was not such a bad idea. You know, I remember a day that we were sitting in a boardroom trying to figure out if we are going to go through the social media route. That is when we were trying to adopt to Facebook and stuff like that. So it was a very long discussion. Die mense praat hier regtig goed op Facebook and so on.
Yeah.
So eventually we adapted. So when we introduced a Kindle, was it in 2013, Ilana? 2013, maybe a bit earlier.
But early
11 years. So that is when we started developing our own content for Namibia using Namibian curriculums, and we say, let's go green, let's cut less trees, let's try to adapt to what the market or the world is going towards, and that is with e-learning. So we started converting our content already into e-learning format, into ebooks, and we made devices available for our students. And you must bear in mind that when you have a single Kindle, which is an electronic book, the good thing about it, it's a book. So it becomes private property to the owner. But on the same note, it is also serve as a device for the whole household to assist where others need some intervention and others need to be fed. So that's why we think we really did a great job in that area to develop until where we are today. You need to stop me.
People who talk a lot on this show get arrested. So talk, maybe.
Vra vir Amushe goede. Ilana?
Yes, I would just like to add, when a student register with IOL, they receive a Kindle, like Ipa explained. On this Kindle, all the study material is loaded for the first year. So we've got
What is a Kindle? Maybe we must just start there, so that you can just quickly just explain what it looks like.
Plain fight.
Okay, Ipa can explain exactly what a Kindle is because he's the ICT guy.
Net go. I don't want to break.
Go.
I don't want to
It's
break
not a
what you
It's
say.
not a Kindle. It's a Kindle now.
Uh-huh.
It is not a Kindle. It's a Kindle.
It's a Kindle. Is it like a laptop or what?
Yes.
What does
so
it look
literally,
like?
it's a tablet.
Oh, it's a tablet.
It's
Okay.
a tablet specifically designed for learning or for teaching. So the good thing about the Kindle, why we sourced it in particular, is because you could convert content into ebooks. It's much smaller files that are interactive, that are easier to search and stuff like that, to highlight and to use, to browse, to have indexes created and so on. And also the mobility of it, you can carry it around very easily, and it's very durable also. So we literally get around.
It's also easier on the eye.
Okay.
And the battery life is longer. So
Okay.
so it's better for the students in the rural areas. I think it's a 3 month, how long does the battery last?
The current ones last for a whole 12 hours.
Okay. Tamagotchi.
This is now, bear in mind that the very first one that we introduced would last for up to 3 months.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so when they register, they receive this Kindle, and on the Kindle, everything is loaded. Their assignments, their study guides, their textbooks, because we also have contracts with publishers, and we provide the textbooks. So when you register for your second year, all our students have access to, as soon as you register, you don't have to wait for hard copies or books. You get your Kindle and you're ready to go. But even before you receive the Kindle, you have access to your student portal. On the student portal, everything is loaded there. Like I said, assignments, old question papers, study guides, textbooks, tutor lists. So when they register, they receive this and they're good to go. Mm-hmm. So the only thing that was actually affected by this was our examination, by the whole corona situation, was our examinations. And we had to cancel our April-May examination. And you asked what measures that we put in place. Mm-hmm. So normally our students write examinations in school holidays, and there's specific reason for that. Our students are working adults. Mm-hmm. So and most of our students are teachers, so they at the schools busy to teach within the term. So we have to write in the school holiday to accommodate all those students so that they don't have to take time off during the term.
Yeah.
So and then we also have students that sit in far rural areas, and they obviously have to travel. And so what we did was our next examination, we will still have our 2 examinations for this year. Normally we have 2, April, May, and then August, and then a supplementary examination in November. So what we did was we will now see when the school will open again, when it will start, and then we will write 2 examinations in this year.
And that is the question.
Yeah,
guys,
that's the question.
When will schools open? Just before you guys got into the studio, there's been a lot of questions around that. What's our take on when the schools will open? Obviously, it all depends on, again, what will be said this week by the powers.
Yeah.
That be.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think the school calendars will change. So that will also determine exactly how many of the institutions will operate to try and accommodate examinations, assessments, such things.
Yeah.
But there is no definite date yet.
I'm just wondering because I mean one of the crazy ideas that's out there is like we could be in some form of a lockdown until probably late this year. So would you consider perhaps maybe online examinations if we get to a point where the dates are here and we still can't have students sitting down to write examinations?
We will definitely be in contact with our regulators. We must remember that these qualifications are accredited by NQA. They are registered with NCHE, and they accredit it as written examination. So as soon as you change anything within a qualification, you have to obviously inform and be in contact with the regulators. So I'm also they also NCHE and NQA has been quite amazing during this time because they
Very supportive.
and they communicate often. So we will definitely see as soon as the new announcements has been made, we will see what is, and then we will talk to them because we will have to find solutions, and we will definitely do our best to support our students to our utmost best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be premature to say this is what we're going to do right now. I think there are a lot of consultations with the regulators, and for that they are establishing a few committees that would then guide all the other institutions. You know, we're not in isolation as IEL. We need to start working together and see exactly what we can figure out to ensure that we do get back to our students and we do support them in the best way possible.
Okay. And we're playing with the facts that are available. We don't make up our own. Maggie Ihuhua Hamtenya is asking, can IOL turn our assignments into examination marks like other institutions? I don't know which other institutions she's referring to.
That is exactly the thing we will have to discuss with NQA. You see, the thing is with IOL, you have 2 assignment submission dates. And what happened now was that, okay, the first one was 15 January, and there's another submission date now, the 1st of June. So that will definitely stay. We will have submissions on 1st of June. But now what happened was because they couldn't write examinations, students now couldn't qualify for the next year because you have to have a certain number of subjects done in the first year to be able to continue to your next year. So now this is another measure that IIL have put in place to ease students' progress. So we said students can now submit as many assignments for as many years as they want to, as long as they registered for that year. And then they will be able to write examinations, if we can write examinations, for all those subjects. But come next year, everything will be back to normal. This is now if everything is back to normal.
Yeah.
But as soon as, but as soon as we get more communication from obviously the government and from what measures further measures they put in place, we will adjust and adapt and see what we can do to ease the student. The student asked for online, you said for online examinations. We will definitely have to get approval from our regulatory bodies.
NQA?
Yes, because currently our courses is not accredited like that, and assignments is only twice a year, so it's not necessarily a continuous assessment like UNAM and NAS do.
Yeah.
You know, it's not regular assignment, so it's assignment, and based on that mark they qualify for the examination.
But if the status quo remains the same throughout the year, that's probably, even as a regulator, it's probably something that the NQA probably have to consider, because nothing is the status quo is different for all of us at this moment in time. So maybe that's probably something that they will reconsider or consider.
Definitely. The thing is, they already they accredit it as full-time face-to-face, and they already changed, and I mean that was a directive from the government to say that they have to give online education now. So obviously the regulators will take everything into consideration. And
you guys really have this e-learning thing, like properly thought
Figured
out. Yeah, figured out. So I want to just nationalize the conversation a little. When ek is moeg met die WhatsApps wat die skole gebruik. Are you guys perhaps have you been or are you willing to engage government or the ministry to sort of maybe help them roll out their e-learning program when it's chaos at the moment? Chaos, absolute chaos.
Mr. Kindle, asseblief.
Mr. Kindle.
Ja.
Can Governor Shimi call you?
Oh, those numbers were scary. Yeah. See, what we have introduced as well a few years back is an Office 365 platform, which is free for all of our students. Quite an amazing platform when you look at all the applications that they have in place, especially when it comes to communication, collaboration, doing of assignments and stuff like that. It's been fantastic. So we are engaging the government, and if they come to us for assistance, we are more than open to share some of our platforms that we can help them use. You know, we have experience in sourcing electronic devices that are durable, that can go for quite some time. And it's amazing. It's amazing how this lockdown or this corona thing that brings us here brought us all into one big group of education, one big Namibia, and that you know, we are also neighboring to each other. So obviously we will be more than open to assist where we can. We have the capacity, we have the platforms to share some of what we have to try and see how we can assist.
Okay. Now,
And we have Trustco Finance.
And for that matter also, you know, we
course.
we provide 100% financing to all of our students with different terms and so on. So we have all these things in place that we are willing to openly.
okay. Now, during this time, the IOL offices here in Windhoek are closed. I mean, the company's closed. Is the same around the country as well? And how do your students reach you during this time?
Yes, that's another thing. So we have really created a lot of platforms for engagement. We have, for instance, first and foremost, as Ilana mentioned earlier, the student portal is a one-stop shop. You get everything that you literally need. Even when you register, while you are waiting for your Kindle, which is your electronic book, you can already access your material on your student portal. So that being said, already we have access to that. But we have constant communication. Our social media platforms, our Facebook page has been very active. I think it's not the biggest
platform
education in Namibia. Second to none. Then again, we have a WhatsApp group that is very, very overwhelming at the moment. Students are constantly also asking for things. We have an internal email address which is distributed across all the support structures within IEL. We have our call center still operating, diverted to staff that are working from home, answering to calls. So we have really put in some measures in place to see that we can support them best assistance to all of our students during the lockdown period.
Nebo?
I think maybe if there are any final words that you guys just want to share with us going forward.
Yes, our students should know that we only have their best interest at heart, and that we do really we're there to help them and to stand with them in this. So they must. I don't know. Maybe we can just give the WhatsApp number and the call center number. So the WhatsApp number is 085 715 4864, and the students can WhatsApp and we will get back to them.
Repeat slowly.
Okay, it's 085 715 4864. And then we also, our call center is also still working, and that is 270-9100. 270-9100.
Mr. Morangi, you've been part of the COVID-19 discussions a few weeks ago. I've seen you also on our daily live streams. And there were obviously some of the information in terms of education that you also did share. Maybe in closing, you can also maybe just give us an idea of exactly what, not just what the information was that was shared, or maybe just in conclusion, what are the final things that you, maybe from a Kindle point of view, that you would like to share with all of us.
So I serve on the Association for Private Higher Education Institutions in Namibia. So I was in a capacity of a chairman of a FAIN, for which IOL has a chairmanship for the duration of 2 years now.
Okay.
The challenge then was when everything started. So it was a matter of how are we going to adapt? How are we going to migrate? How are we going to allow learning and teaching to continue? And which is a basic instinct with all of us, we don't really try to get into new norms of things that are going to happen and so on. So the fear was installed with all of us. How do you expect me to learn if the schools are closed and stuff?
Yeah.
So we had to bring that to the attention of all the Namibians and to try to make them comfortable and try to reinstall, what is the word? That all the students, all the learners are the most important stakeholder for everyone.
Yeah.
So for that reason, we need to come out there that we are here to support all the learners and all the students in whatever they need to do to get their learning continuing. So Neville, it has been a very good platform also for us, not only as IEL, but for the engagements that we have had with the Ministry of Higher Education and Training, with NCHE, with NQA. So it keep us all on the loop of what it is that needs to be done and how we can go about engagements and all these things that we mentioned earlier. So that's what it is.
All right.
Okay. Now we must give them a score, because Ilana was so op haar senuwees. I personally think that they did a great job by giving as much information here today as possible. And waaroor was jy nervous? For what? Huh? Hipa, you the talker, okay?
Yeah, I'm the doer.
Yeah, she's the doer. Okay. Maar seriously, you guys came here in the studio today and you guys were on point with basically all the information that you've shared with us. Kan ons dit weer doen?
Wanneer?
When do I get to send out a shout out to my son that is at home?
Yo.
This thing? Yeah.
You can do that. They're still watching. Guys, thank you so much
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank
and all the best. Yes. We also need to vacate the studio.
Ja, ons moet gaan.
Om Christian met 2 sigarette by te gaan, so jy moet kennis daai tyd.
So okay, so jy gaan een kwaai vat, nee.
Nee, rook al 2.
Ja, okay.
I'll tell you what, guys, before you leave. Education is a great equalizer.
That's it.
And distance education is the future.
Thanks, guys.
So I'm remembering something I saw on social media the other day. Apparently all these private colleges in Windhoek North are going to turn into hair salons and barber shops after COVID-19.